I'm with Julie Fei-Fan Balzer from Sakura, and we're doodling on photos and maybe around if that kind of worries you to doodle on top of your photo.
Exactly. So I've made this little mini album, and I'm just going to show you a couple of pages right now. But
I love
we'll
the
do it
title,
later.
Sonia at the Wedding.
Very nice. And you can see I've done some doodles around here. So let's try it out for ourselves.
Okay.
And I just printed out an index print that has 4 of the same photo on it, so I can show you this. And I'm going to take a metallic pen, which shows up really nicely and goes on your photo. And you can see all I'm doing now is a very simple line.
And it's a permanent
opaque pen that will write on a slick surface like a photo. And that's just a wonky square, and that's the very first one. Super easy.
I like your wonky square.
Thank you. And if you want to do something a little fancier, you could just do the same square, but this time you would put a second square inside it. Okay, and I'm not worrying about going right over my face or anything like that. And then I'm going to draw some lines, and I'm just going to color them in.
And for folks who are worried about, coloring on their photos, because there's a large group, including me to a certain degree, you might want to use your copies of photos.
Exactly.
Make duplicates.
That's always a good idea.
Right.
And then I'm going to use a permanent pen, and I'm going to do another square. Sorry. I'm going to do another square. And then I'm just going to do a little scallop.
Now, is that a pen that has like a 3D sort of
It does. This is a pen that has a 3D look, and it'll draw on a slick surface. Okay. And after I do my scallop, I can color it in. You can see it'll go over dark, it'll go over light. That's one of the things that's really important. And you can see here, it goes on a little bit milky, but as you can see here in this sample, when it dries, it'll be nice and opaque right over your photo.
Okay.
And then I have one that's completely and totally done.
Okay, we're going to move them over.
There you go. And you can see the simple line. These are circles with a dot in the center. This is the stripy border that we did. And our scallop.
There really isn't a wrong way to do it.
There is no wrong way. And that's the thing that I love about doodling.
I'm going to look at this one more time. I like just the single line. I don't know, regular photo. And if you're really obsessive with a ruler, that's very nice.
Yeah, and in fact, you can see on the front of this album, right here, that's all I did. That is a simple line right around the photo.
And these, again, are not matte. This is an actual glossy photo.
That is a glossy photo that you get from the photo developer. And here you can see I've done the lines without coloring the segments in. This is just some simple dots.
Okay.
In here, literally, dot, 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 dot.
Okay, and again, it's going to show up kind of pale and milky, as you've said, and it's going to get really bright.
Yes.
I've seen this on buttons, too.
Yes, so easy. And see, you can see here in the background, I just did bars.
Okay, it's a way of it's almost as if you had cut them out. Your people, what do you
like
call that?
Silhouetting
them? Yes, excuse me. And then, but with that background, that's cool.
Here you can see a scallop edge. That's a nice lace. These are wedding photos. And then again, I've done it on the patterned paper just to double it a little bit. And then when you turn the page, you can see here, I've got what I call lollipops, which is a stick and a dot.
Okay, and do these pens work on the acrylic as well?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
And then here you go. I've got some more circles on the outside. This one I went a little crazy on my photo background.
Okay, but it's cool.
Yeah, very
Again,
fun.
making that silhouette look. Okay.
And then again here, you've just got more little dots. I've written some words on top of my photos.
Did you use an opaque pen on top of the photo?
The yellow is actually a paint, and then over the paint, I actually went in with the pens, which is really easy to do.
You don't cut out the pictures in those cases. You just go on top and around.
And here you can see I've just done dots. If doing all those circles a little too much, maybe some dots will be easy
And also
to do.
the size of your photos are tiny, and so it won't be like really labor intensive.
Exactly.
Okay, of course, you always bring along great samples, and I look forward to yours because this is fun.
So here in this one, you can see that in the background, which is an ugly, distracting background, I just put the circles, and that really pops the sign, "Eat More Chili."
And then it looks like, did you add ribbon? I'm just going to touch that.
That's embroidery floss.
Embroidery floss, okay.
Yes. And then on this one, for those people who don't want to actually do it on their photos, I just did a doodle frame outside of my photo and my title.
Okay. One thing I think you do really well, and it shows here, but even better on the other one, is how much white space, quote unquote, white space you leave around. Yeah.
Because when you do a lot of intense little doodling, the thing is you want the eye to be able to have somewhere to rest.
Right, okay.
This one, again, I doodled outside my photo and outside my journaling circles.
Nice.
And then...
I like that around the photo. And then this one, while I might not try that at home, I'm glad you did.
Right. Well, this is doodled outside the entire page as a border, and then these are felt, and I've just doodled on top of some transparencies on top of the felt.
Very nice. Julie, excellent work, always.
Thank you.
I want to study these some more. And we'll be right back with a calendar idea for you.